Pepsi gives more fun, more bounce to the ounce, and more for your money, too. Wherever the crowd gathers, you're sure to find Pepsi. So why take less when Pepsi's best? Buy Pepsi by the carton.
PepsiCo is the second largest food and beverage business in the world. In 2019, according to Fortune 500, PepsiCo did sales of $64.5 billion with a net profit of $12 billion and was ranked 154th in the Fortune Global 500 list. Hi, I'm Jayesh and this is Hustlers TV. In this video, we will look into the brands PepsiCo owns. But before we do that, here's a quick history how PepsiCo came into existence. The soft drink Pepsi was developed by Caleb Bradham, a pharmacist and businessman from Duplin County, North Carolina. The drink was fondly called Brad's drink by the customers since Bradham developed it himself, but he later changed the name to Pepsi Cola in 1898 while marketing the drink for his pharmacy. As his drink gained popularity, Bradham founded the Pepsi Cola Company in 1902 and registered a patent for his recipe in 1903. Bradham's company experienced years of success leading up to World War I. However, sugar rationing during the war and a volatile sugar market in the war aftermath damaged the company's financial health to such a degree that in 1923, Bradham declared bankruptcy. On June 8, 1923, the company's trademark and secret recipe were purchased by Craven Holding Corporation. In 1931, Roy McGarrigle, a Wall Street broker, purchased the Pepsi trademark, business and goodwill from Craven Holdings in association with Charles Gutt. Gutt was also the president of Loft Incorporated, a leading candy manufacturer based in Long Island City, New York. Gutt used Loft's lab and chemists to reformulate the Pepsi syrup, and he used his position as the president of the company to replace Coca-Cola with Pepsi Cola at Loft's shop and restaurants. In early 1960s, Pepsi Cola's product line expanded with the creation of Diet Pepsi and purchase of Mountain Dew. In 1965, the Pepsi Cola Company merged with chips company Frito-Lay, and thus PepsiCo was born. Since that time, Frito-Lay has operated a wholly owned subsidiary of PepsiCo. With the acquire of PepsiCo, the company got chips to serve with their beverage business. Through Frito-Lay, PepsiCo is the largest globally distributed snack food company. Under the Frito-Lay brand, the company started many individual brands and acquired some new brands as well. Some of the big famous brands which PepsiCo owns under Frito-Lay are Lay's, Doritos, Ruffles, Cheetos, Tostitos, Fritos, Rolled Gold, Sun Chips, Cracker Jacks. The list goes on and on. Apart from these global brands, the Frito-Lay company started and acquired several brands for the local market. Like in India, they started Kurkure and acquired Uncle Chips. The second big acquisition for PepsiCo came in the year 2001 when PepsiCo acquired the Quaker Oats company for $14 billion.
His soul is nourished by a hug and a kiss. So will his young body be nourished by a good hot breakfast of Quaker Oats.
With this acquisition too came an umbrella of brands in the breakfast, snack and beverage sector. Some of the famous brands under Quaker Oats are Captain Crunch, Grandma's Cookie, Aunt Jemima, Tropicana fruit juices, Chewy, Gatorade. Just like Frito-Lay, Quaker Oats company also owns a lot of brands which are country specific. Up until now, we have only looked into chips, snacks, breakfast industry, but PepsiCo, as we all know, sells beverages too. The beverage brand which PepsiCo owns are Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Mirinda, Aquafina, Lipton Brisk Fruit Punch. The Lipton ready-to-drink beverage are sold by Pepsi Lipton International, a company jointly owned by Unilever and PepsiCo. 7-Up, Gatorade, Tropicana, Slice, the mango juice company, Pure Leaf, Bubbly, Naked Juice, Mug Root Beer, and the list goes on and on. These are just the famous brands which majority of us would be using. Apart from these, there are many other beverage brands which PepsiCo owns. I feel it is not possible to include all the brands which PepsiCo owns in one video, so feel free to head over to PepsiCo's website to know all about the brands they own. The link of it is in the description. Before we end this video, here are 3 interesting facts about PepsiCo. Number 1. PepsiCo was the first company to use skywriting for advertising. In 1932, Bradham, the pharmacist who started the company, hired pilot Andy Stintis to write Pepsi's name across several states all over the United States to let people in different states know it was coming. Number 2. PepsiCo was the first US product to hit the USSR. This historic movement occurred during the trade exhibition in Moscow 1959. Nikita Khrushchev, the then president of the Soviet Union, immediately fell in love with the first sip of Pepsi she had, and by the year 1972, a historic and course-changing deal was forged between the two warring countries. Number 3. PepsiCo has more than 500 patents. PepsiCo has more than 500 successful patents to its name. PepsiCo is also known for owning the patents to a tennis racket, invented by Douglas Dempsey and Gerald Herndon. This was the first tennis racket that substituted a wooden handle with synthetic handle. After looking at the brands that PepsiCo owns, it's easy to establish that PepsiCo is big and is everywhere. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit the like button and share this video with your friends. This motivates us to make more content like this. If you're new to the channel, then please consider subscribing and check out other videos too. I'm Jayesh from Hustlers TV. See you in the next video. Bye.